Hello. Feels like ages since I've been here. I think it's been about a week, maybe more. Unfortunately, last week I came down with the most horrendous cold and ended up being so sneezy and snotty and coughing that I decided it wasn't worth coming on and making you all endure it. I felt awful. Then around Thursday I started feeling a little bit better, and me and my son went out for breath of fresh air. We decided to go and try and get coffee at a new cafe we hadn't been to before. And again, with a reflection, sorry, we went to this cafe, but unfortunately it was really small and tiny and all the tables were taken, so we thought we'd go and wait outside. And outside, I think some of you may have seen the shorts I posted about being near like boats and water. We were out there and we were sat on a little wall by a ramp that went into the water for the boats to go in. And there were all these lovely swans. They were gorgeous. One got a bit hissy with the dog going past, so I said to my son, let's move. I don't want to be near a threatened swan. Even though they weren't threatening us. I stepped on some seaweed and I fell against the stone ramp and damaged my leg and jarred everything and couldn't move for days. So I decided I was just going to heal, not worry about anything and get back to normal. Fingers crossed I am near enough back to 100%, 100% for me anyway. So what I thought I'd do is show you what I've been up to, which has not been an awful lot considering. Last week, one of my granddaughters said to me, Nana, can you make me a potato? And for a moment, I thought, I've just fed that child. Why does she want potatoes? She said, no, make me a potato. Well, after 5 minutes of figuring out, we figured out she wanted a positive potato, like she's seen online. And she wants to take it with her when she has competitions for good luck. So I started on one. It just needs arms and its sign. And the other granddaughter wants one too, of course. So I'm all tangled. So I started on that one. And I'm just using some double knit, but I've doubled it to make full weight. I'm doing that with a 3mm hook, so it's really quite sturdy. My youngest granddaughter can break anything or wreck anything if it's not sturdy, and she can do it within moments. She takes that skill from my older son's the same, so we're making sure it was thick and sturdy. And I was quite pleased with how that's coming. I must finish the other one because I'll be seeing them in a few days. And you'll have to excuse me if the dogs start growling. My daughter's been away and we've got her dog with our dog, their brother and sister from different litters. But if one sees something and yips, the other one starts growling and oh my goodness, it goes on. We're used to it, but I'm not going to pause. The other thing, I've got caught up in the ball winder. There we go. Some of you may remember this yarn. It's Nutcracker yarn from the West Yorkshire Spinners. And I decided to pair it with this opal sock yarn, which is all the usual details of sock yarn, I think. Oh, that's in German. %75% virgin wool, 25% polyamide. And started on Thursday. Before I went for my flying fall, my son and I went out for a bit of a drive, and I said, would you mind if I popped into a yarn and craft store? It's yarn and quilting and sewing things. I haven't been there for years and I really must go back more often, otherwise I'll forget it's there again. He said, no, I don't mind. And we chose the red yarn there. I started knitting this on Thursday. And I'm knitting it for my son, who's got really wide feet. I started this on Thursday, finished it on Saturday. Because don't forget, I wasn't moving around much because I'd hurt myself. I can move now, don't worry. I've just got loads of runs to do. And I was quite pleased with how it's come out. And I'm now on the second one. You see that sparkle was actually gold. I'm loving it. So, as I was preparing and thinking about what to show you all today, I realised that Shannon from Another Yarn has done exactly the same colour cuffs, heel and toes on hers. I suppose being Christmassy, red's the obvious colour. I did pull out a green, not here, not in front of me, but it wasn't bright enough or dark enough to go with the green. And I didn't have anything else. And being there for my son, who doesn't care they sparkle, he was happy with the red, so that's what we went for. Also, let me see if I get this without causing an avalanche. Last time I talked to you, I showed you my freesia scarf, shawl, but it's more a scarf. And I decided I'm on a bit of a mission, shall we say, to start using up the yarn I've got. I'm not saying I'm not going to buy new yarn. That's never not going to happen, or never going to happen. But I have had in my stash for many years, I think. I can't remember how long ago I had this, and I found it a while back. It's from Hobbycraft. It's a Knitcraft, their own brand. It's called Winner Takes the Shawl. It's a lovely autumnal sort of vibe. Purples, dark pink, reddish, golds, browns, and that gold glimmer. Although that's almost green, but not quite goldy green. And I have never quite decided what to do with this because I've never done like lace weight anything. So I paired it up with some ordinary acrylic. I got this from Super Value Double Knitting. Tembles this from the Knitting Network a while back. It was supposed to be black, but it's dark charcoal. I'll take it. I didn't send it back, but it's not black. And so far, that's what I've got left of one ball. And I doubled these up to make another freesia shawl because when I was wearing it after I talked to you last time, I realised it just goes around my shoulders, but not quite enough. So I thought I would add this lace weight or whatever weight it is. Does it say? No, it doesn't. It just said 4mm needles, 735 meters at 150 grams, 98% acrylic and 2% metallic. Well, I added this up with it to, and I'm loving how it's coming out. I don't think you can see the design of the holes. Sort of grey yarn over. No, it's not showing up too well. But I'm loving how the colours are coming up. So I'm going to try and use as much of that as possible. The pattern says it uses just around 2 balls of the acrylic or whatever double knitting you're using. So those 2 should be enough. And hopefully I'll use up most of the winner takes the shawl. It says it has got a pattern inside, but I haven't opened it up to have a look to see if it's, I suppose it's knit. Now, if you're wondering what this basket is, last night I realised I have an area between my sofas where I put bags and things and knitting bags or project bags and things there. When people come round, I just shove it down there out the way. We've all got a space that's mine. But last night I realised that there was quite a bit down there. And I have this basket of yarn. And it's everything from balls of cotton, some Emu Treasure double knit, 50 grams. A lot of this come in mystery boxes. Yarn Art Heritage, I was doing that Pick Tatting, which I still haven't got round to trying on my son. I've got this, it feels like cotton, but I'm not sure what it is, and it's, I suppose, 4-weight. Although it's a stretch yarn, it doesn't feel stretchy, and 2, it came in a mystery bag that come from a company that the labels aren't always what they say on there. What else have we got? There's some random balls of DK where I have no idea what brand or colour they are. Some leftover bits and bobs. Some little bits. So what I thought I would do, Simply Silky from Elements, is I'm going to make it my mission to stop overlooking what I've got and try and get through that. See how long it takes me to get through most of that basket. It could take a while. If you want me to do a video showing you exactly what's in the basket, I will, but it's too long for this one. I was going to show you what I've been sewing, but the video's already quite long, so I won't today. But I did drag out the sewing machine and found a space for it a couple of weeks ago downstairs, so it's easier to grab and do a project when I'm thinking of it, instead of having to rearrange the room up here, which puts me right off. So I've forgotten something. That's that. This may make you laugh. A while back, I crocheted my friend in this like baby Chanel yarn from Aldi. It wasn't this colour. I crocheted bunny rabbits, big long ears, little bunnies. And my friend said, "Oh, that's gorgeous." And I said, "Well, you can have it, but you can't have it yet. I've not put any eyes or anything on it." She said, No, it's perfect how it is. I'll take it now. So off she went with the bunny, and that was fine, no problem. Fast forward a few years, and she sends me a picture, and she said, her son's holding it up by the ears, and she said, "Did you crochet this?" She texted me. I said, "Yeah." I was suddenly intrigued by what she was showing me. It looked not bedraggled, but like it'd been loved a lot, but it's not like her. I said, "Has your dog taken a fancy to it?" And she said, "Yes," sort of thinking I was going to have a go. I thought that was excellent, because I'd rather something be loved to death than put in a cupboard and not used at all. That was too short. Well, had another one of these bunnies kicking around and I took it around, but of course with how they're made, eventually the heads come off and things. And she said, can you do me something else? But I don't necessarily want a bunny. The dog's very attached to laying, and just when he chews on it, his teeth sort of go through it, but it doesn't cause any damage. But can you do maybe a shape with bits coming out of it for Ozzy? I'm like, yeah, I'll have a go. So I decided not to stuff this because stuffing's not good for dogs to eat, mind you, Northern Yarn. So I got a random ball of this, was in my basket, believe it or not. I started making a tube. And when I got near the bottom, on one of them, I increased and increased until it was twice the size, and then I divided it in two by putting a slip stitch in between the middle stitches on both sides, and then increased again and done another, whatever you want to call them, appendage, I don't know. It's making me think of those frisbee things. And then worked it up and then worked up the other one. So it may not look like a lot, but I think the dog's going to love it because of how it feels. I don't know if it'll work or not, and this was how my mind was working last night. So there was a tiny bit left of this yarn, not a lot. So I've made a worry worm out of it. It needs eyes, but I'll give it to my younger granddaughter. She'll find a home for it or love it to death or what. Give it to somebody who needs it. It's very kind that way. And I think that's all I've got to show you. Sorry, I'm listening. There's something going on outside and I can't make up my mind if it's a dog or something else. Not one of ours for a change. So that's all I've been up to, and I'm really glad to get back on here. I've come to an agreement with the boys in the family about having time to record and nobody being around and banging or singing or doing stuff while I'm recording, and we have come to quite a good agreement and hopefully it sticks. But it's been great to come back on the YouTube streets and say hello and spend time with you. I've got a few new subscribers. Hello, welcome, and I hope you stay around. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. But for now, I'm going to say take care, stay crafty, and enjoy your day, evening, or whatever you're having. Bye for now.